Hi, I'm Alejandra Sardoyansa. I'm a Swedish freelance creative and a sustainable influencer. In this video, I wanted to talk to you about what you can do as an individual to reduce your negative impact on the planet. The recommendations are from the Worldwide Fund for Nature and the Swedish Society for Nature Conservation. And I will be linking the sources in the description below so you can read yourself. The areas I wanted to focus on are fashion, food, and transportation. Obviously, there is like a bigger picture than that, but these three are the ones I will be focusing on today. A big chunk of the world's emission come from transportation. And as a Swede that also has lived in multiple different cities, both in Sweden, I'm now living in Denmark, in Copenhagen, and I've also lived in the US, I know that the situation might differ a lot between the different countries in the world, even different cities in the same country. And what I'm talking about is how the cities are planned, how easy it is to access public transportation, or if the whole planning is involving you needing to take your car to work or to school or wherever you're going. But these recommendations are, and of course, these are recommendations, so the idea is for you to find inspiration and do what suits your lifestyle. Leave the car at home. Often we can actually go together with a neighbor, we can co-drive and find different ways to leave the car at home. I live in Copenhagen and here we have bike lanes everywhere, so I always take my bike wherever I'm going, and if I can't do that, I'm also gonna use the public transportation. Public transportation, I think it should be expanded everywhere, and I know even in cities in Sweden, there are cities that don't really have any public transportation because it's a city where not many people live, or the municipality might find it too expensive, and so on. But if you live in a city with good public transportation, you should use it. Even if it's not even perfect, you should still use it to give the politicians an incentive to expand the lines and make it even better for you. And these are my own opinions, but it makes me kind of sad to see that people are already going back to how they lived their lives before the pandemic. And with that, I mean a lot of Swedes and Scandinavians travel by airplane to other countries for vacation. And obviously it's super nice to be on vacation, but there is nothing wrong with staying in your country and enjoying your surroundings. There are so many nice lakes, so many nice cities, so many nice neighborhoods and areas, both in Sweden and in Denmark, and I guess in every country, that we can enjoy even though if we live in the same country. And I assure you, your kids will not have a bad childhood because you're not taking them to Spain every year when you're living in Sweden. The second category I wanted to talk about is food. You have probably heard that red meat is bad for your heart, that it might cause diseases and so on, but it's also super bad for the planet. In fact, a lot of the carbon emissions come from the animal industry and the meat industry. Nowadays, it's super easy to become plant-based, and there are so many good channels on YouTube inspiring to eat a plant-based diet. I'm gonna link a few of them below, and yeah, I hope you enjoy more vegan options because it's super good, it's healthy for you, and it's so much better for the planet. This is the third one, and one of my favorite topics to talk about: clothes, and this, more specifically the fast fashion industry. The fashion industry is insane in so many ways, and we have like debated how insane it is for many years. But today I wanted to talk to you about the climate impact that comes from fashion. So fashion, in order to be produced, requires a lot of resources in terms of energy and water, but also people actually making the clothes. Maybe you have thought about why fast fashion chains have sales so often, and that is because they overproduce. They produce more clothes than they will sell. And sometimes these clothes end up like in landfills, or they just burn them. And another part of this is that when you order clothes from fast fashion chains online and then you return them, they might not get sold again. They might also just end up in a landfill in a poorer country. Another part of the fashion industry is also how unethical it is. A lot of the seamstresses that make our clothes have so low wages that they can't really support themselves. They can't afford to eat healthy foods, and it's not uncommon that they also have to feed their kids on the same salary, their families, their grandparents, and so on. So the production often happens in poorer countries, and that is just because of our vanity in the West, that we want to have new and fresh items every week. So when you think about it, it's like the whole business model is unsustainable. So what you can do is just don't support fast fashion chains. I know for some people this seems super hard, but if you don't buy more than 3 new items per year, you will actually make things better. So buy less, and when you need new clothes, go secondhand, go thrifting, borrow something from a friend, especially if it's something for a special occasion that you might not need after that special occasion, whether it's going to a wedding or, I don't know, going camping. You might need something that you will only use one time. Instead of buying it, go borrow it from a friend or rent it from someone. There are also companies renting out clothes for these kind of special occasions. And then you can also make your own clothes. If you're not there, just try to remember to buy less. That is something we all can do. I hope you feel inspired to make a few changes and that you can inspire someone else by making the changes to your life. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my name is alejandracerda.co, and you will find all resources in the description. Hej då från Köpenhamn!